Entering King's Row.
Okay. So we got the beginning map of King's Row. And we have Night Howlers first on the attack. Night Howlers wasn't ready. Game was sent back to lobby. But yeah, the scrim will be best of 3 games. Games are competitive rules between the 2 teams. Yeah.
Entering King's Row. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
The government here has such a medieval view towards Omnics.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
My ultimate is charging.
Get behind the barrier.
My ultimate is charging.
Get back.
My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is charging. Heroes never die.
Looks like they were just blasted. My ultimate is charging.
I am taking the objective. Reinforce this position.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Take cover.
my ultimate is ready.
Experience tranquility.
I will watch over you.
They're back in the fight.
Still
To the objective. They're back for more.
I claim this objective. Stand with me.
I will watch over you. Heroes never die.
Enemies reviving.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Enemies reviving. Prepare to re-engage. I'm taking the objective. Anyone else want some?
My ultimate
Come on,
is
come on,
charging.
come on. My point.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Payload's moving out. All aboard.
Step right. Just a matter of time.
I'm escorting the payload. Let's keep it moving.
Take cover.
Escorting the payload. Let's keep this fire at will.
Still need you.
Enemies reviving. Enemies
My
reviving.
ultimate is almost
Prepare
ready.
to re-engage.
I will watch over you.
Enemies
Enemies
re-engaging.
return. as one.
Escorting the payload.
My ultimate ability is ready.
Group up
The
here.
payload has come to a halt! Get it moving!
Ready for transcendence.
Fire at will.
Let's keep this payload rolling.
I will watch over you.
Looks like they were just playing dead. Looks like the... Enemies revived. They have been revived.
60 seconds remaining.
The payload and I move as one.
Thirty seconds.
Let's keep it.
remaining.
Our enemies return.
Keep them locked down and we win.
My
The
ultimate
payload has reached the checkpoint.
Escorting the payload. My ultimate is ready.
Payload stopped.
60 seconds remaining.
They have been
Our
revived.
enemies return.
Payload's moving out.
I will watch over you.
No
They ain't finished yet.
Haven't had enough? Enemies
They're back
surviving.
into fight!
30 seconds remaining.
We're running out of time.
My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is charging.
10 seconds remaining.
You're out of time. Attack.
We need to keep this moving. Ah, they're back for more.
Complete. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Form up.
Barrier activated.
Join me. Group up with me.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Warning. Engaging
Group up here.
enemy. Your safety not means behind the barrier. Let's get you back in the fight.
Enemies detected.
I will watch over you.
I'm on the objective. Rally to my position.
Enemies reviving. Prepare to re-engage. Take the point. Don't worry. I got you.
Down.
Special attack. This is not your time.
My ultimate is charging.
I will watch over you. Heroes never die.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Enemies re-engaging.
Alright, sorry about not getting the footage from that first part, but we are back.
I am taking the objective.
Have my name written on.
Alec gets a nice rip tire there. They're gonna push this healer. Omni with the ballsy res off of the beginning. And this is a successful hold at the beginning. However, they got these reses and 2 picks on some core members. It looks like... Oh, there's a Transcendence coming in from Night Howlers. Kinshasa gonna blade on this. And gonna get progress on point. Mav is back in. This looks like Luna's gonna cap this first point.
I'm on fire.
Get behind.
The payload must be moved to its destination.
On Ultimate Economy, both teams are pretty close to some major ones, like Mercy and Diva from the Luna side, and another Shatter as well, and a Hog ult is coming up for Night Howlers. They also have both of their DPS ultimates available. Main tank drops for Luna Pumas. And this team is holding a little bit far up, leaving some of their members able to just get chipped off. As well as their Mercy, who's right up by the front line. They get that quick pick onto the tank. Not very safely resible. Diva Bomb comes out. That's multiple people down. This is the end of that fight. That ultimate, that res on Atomic was pretty bad because it fed some ult charge away, and that's just cleanups for Luna. We can see Kirby here flanking with High Noon as the rest of the team comes up to prepare for this next fight. I'm not sure Night Howlers will get a good group up here and be able to much contest this. Pharah's in the back line, and she's very weak. She gets picked off here. That's a 2-on-2. Or it's a 5-on-5, my bad. Mr. Kinshasa with 2 picks after getting killed by the Riptire. Seems to be the team versus a tank and a DPS. And there's reses coming in for Luna. This looks like it's Luna's fight. Night Howlers are doing pretty well in this defense, except for they kind of lost some time through first point holds and fights at the beginning of the second point. They could have held a couple more fights if without overextension, but the team is faring well so far. As Luna just slowly walks this towards the golden box of victory. Kinshasa's behind on this main tank and just going for this Pharah. Reflects the barrage. Reses are coming in for Night Howlers, and this looks like a hold.
This is not your time.
My ultimate is charging.
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
30 seconds remaining.
I'm running, friend. My ultimate is charging.
You can see Alex sitting at top here with the Junkrat Riptire. Just waiting for the team to start to push this and ulting it. Coming for that Mercy. The pick comes in. Kirby gets a fantastic triple High Noon off the beginning here. Shatters come in. Minton goes down. Last one up is appearing for the win, and Luna will cap.
Play of the game.
After first point, that map was a slaughterhouse for this team.
Excellence is its own reward.
Traveling to Hanamura.
Alright, on Hanamura here, I'm looking at Alec to run a soldier here, but it looks like he's gonna run Tracer for this. Oh, soldier on defense, my bad. Shasa's going to pull the usual defensive Junkrat. Look at this here. Luna currently has no defensive... Oh, they pulled out a teleporter. So they're going to have a solo healer from the side of Luna Pumas. And they're running this Reinhardt Diva still. And on the side of Night Howlers, they're running a dive comp with no Lucio. With a Zen instead, which helps, but with discords and such, but if you're going to run an aggressive comp, you should probably have a speed boost to go with it. I'm looking for, from Luna, I'm looking for some big ults from Shasa and some easily cleanable kills from Kirby and picks to start fights to help win this, and from the side of Night Howlers, we need to look for Alec to have a big game on whatever character he decides to play. As well as some nice picks from Atomic and Appearing to initiate fights. Mav is going to start behind, Symmetra turrets are set up. Junkrat starts on high ground, then immediately jumps down. It's kind of funny. Night Howlers is pushing up this left side here of the point. Or their right. Pharah's kind of flanking over top. This team has no hits again outside of their Hanzo that may be able to take down the Pharah. Appearing gets that opening pick. Res is wasted. Ugh. Getting tongue-tied. One Piece pops out to swing at people. Building that ult charge. Mr. Kin is very close to an early ult to help secure some picks. Sitting at about 92%. Next hit will get him an ult. He'll have it. I expect he'll use it very soon if this point starts to get taken, but Luna seems to be cleaning up picks on the beginning of this. And this Pharah is just flying on high ground uncontested. Her entire backline gets wiped though when this fight is over. Now they got this pharmacy going with Omni and Fiery. Atomic is very weak off the beginning of this fight. That's an early pick for that Symmetra, who has a teleporter currently up somewhere. In the back up here. And this solo healer is working out very well for them so far, despite the... Despite the fact that they're running a Mei or a Diva that would be able to dive and pick her quickly, or a Mercy, or the Pharah for that matter, my bad. But this team is running a relatively aggressive tank comp and they're not being very aggro with it. There's the aggressiveness that we like to see. Defense matrixing when he's frozen, that's beautiful help for the play. This Pharah's up in the air pushing point. Mav is going to lose to Minton in this Diva because of the fact that Minton was pocketed. He gets his mech back though, and this is a pretty good group up on point for this team. Hanzo ult will be coming in, getting good damage on some people. Appearing, and the Zenyatta ult are coming in as well. This team has got a pretty good group up and good chance on point. However, this Mei freeze might change the tide of things. Mr. Kin is back in. Helps clean up one of the supports, the other one's right near him. Will he get that death combo? He does. Cleans up the Diva mech, and that's a hold for on the side of Luna Pumas.
Projecting barrier.
30 seconds remaining.
Group up here.
See that little spray
Everyone get on defense.
from Mr. Kin. Thinks he got play of the game, eh?
My ultimate is almost ready.
Solo rocket barrages one piece. Alec goes down as well. Kirby cleans up the kill onto the Pharah. This is not looking well for Night Howlers, as the team gets wiped, and that is a cap. They switch to Minton on the Reinhardt and Atomic on the Zarya at the end. I'm not sure if I like that, as Atomic doesn't seem to play much Zarya. However, they maybe should have made a switch of their tanks in some way sooner. And they might play a third game anyway, but this could potentially be the end for Night Howlers in this scrim.
Group up with me. Group up here.
Try not to get yourselves killed out there.
Group up here.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet.
Join me.
Probably just a moment, though.
We shall prove ourselves in glorious
My
combat.
ultimate is charging.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers.
So it looks up like at the beginning Alec is on the soldier, like I had talked about wanting to see previously. And this team's pushing in with Kirby on the pharmacy, which not looking good if Alec continues to run that soldier from high ground. Just getting chip damage on the choke as Kinshasa is on this Genji and wanting to push. Mav is going to fly straight into point to try and draw some pressure off of the choke. Kirby pops in as well, although they've lost some people early. This is not looking too good for the side of Luna, this first fight. Although the kills are kind of evening out with Kinshasa, with Kirby in one piece grabbing a kill apiece. However, their tank drops and this team's forced to back out.
I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
Get behind.
Team dives straight in with a Valkyrie coming up from Luna Pumas. One pick early on a support, that's pretty big. Minton's trap kills one piece. There's a Riptire coming in as well, watch out for this. No kills gotten at the moment. Still looking for people. Gets Kirby in the end. Both reses come up and are done with. Omni drops her ultimate on point, clears out the Mercy, but this team looks like they're wiped. And that's a wrap.
My will.
Our objective
I will watch over you.
to the enemy.
Play of the game.
To win that, they would have had to have better pressure on the main choke and not have let them pop through as fast. This is at the end of the first round where he pops this Riptire and it immediately just ends the team fight. Well done by Luna Pumas.
Epic.
Impressive.
Although I would like to see less Diva Reinhardt, more Reinhardt Zarya from that team, because Mav Zarya is good. Still is a successful game. If I were Keegan, their coach right now, I'd be talking to them about that attack May and why it didn't work, as well as talking about the lack of choke pressure at the beginning of the game, or on their defensive side. And I would have thought Anubis was their best map, but they're calling Lijiang, so... On Lijiang, you're likely to see Mr. pull out that soldier. That'll be exciting to look at. They're going to play 4 games, with Lijiang and Junkertown being the next 2.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. I'd like to see appearing on this Lucy here. Like I said, Mr. Kinshasa is going to run that soldier, which, in my opinion, I would like to see Alec run a Genji against that. However, he's sticking with McCree. It's kind of comfort pick. Mr. Raster is going to run that Tracer. I'd like to see how that matchup plays out. Oh, he's going to switch to Soldier to counter, which kind of switches out that counter for Tracer that's kind of done and true. However, they are going to have this... Actually, neither team has a speed boost, which is interesting. Nessa is pushing alone on this side. She was not seen. She's going to back up here. Actually, she's going to throw this little damage ball, hit some people, trickles in ult. They're going to get a little damage on Omni Queen. The Mercy, they've started to dive in through this front side. Kirby is kind of flanking on this back around, shooting at the tanks from behind, kind of exposing this Mercy. Diva Mech is down. One Piece is on the healers. This is not good recipe for success for them. They've cleaned up some kills, but Luna manages to cap the point with Mr. Kinshasa just raining in damage from behind. Although this team does... Night Howlers seems to start to be getting in some more damage, so who knows how this could end up.
Check me out. Securing the point.
As Mav will go down and they will recap with 17%. They got Alec the space he needed, and he'll have a tactical visor up, but so will Kinshasa as he gets picked off by the Pharah.
My ultimate is ready. Go. I'll be watching over you.
Take cover.
You're going very aggressive on this team here. And ultimates have just been wasted. Minton is left alone as they're pushing up this right side with a pick off of the beginning. There's a 1v1 Winston between One Piece and Atomic currently going down. As Alec gets started to get pressured by this Winston and then backs off. This Pharah needs to die if this team's going to have success though. She rocket barrages, can they use the opportunity? She doesn't go down. She's starting to get focused, she cleans up multiple kills. If I were this team, if I were Luna right now, I'd be running double hit scan to try and eliminate this Pharah from the fight.
My ultimate is charging.
One Piece is going to be jumping in alone. He does need to try and get... Somebody needs to try and touch point, though. Kirby's coming in. He might be able to do something on this point. At least stall time for his team. He's going to get knocked back. No one will touch. This is a 99-17 for Night Howlers here. Kate has switched to a Reaper, which I'm very surprised to see, as the Pharah was working so well, but I guess it's for a surprise factor on this team. Alec is going to push around to this outside, and then group up back with his team. They're up top. Atomic is... They're getting dove in on by One Piece, and he's going to get immediately pushed back in DPS. Minton is left alone in this back line. He should be able to be cleaned. And they exposed their Mercy in the process. Omni Queen will go down, as well as Minton. Alex somehow kills himself or falls off the map. Oh no, hits himself with a rocket. As Fiery is left alone on Reaper to die.
My ultimate is charging.
Reapers are evenly matched in ultimates. There's a high noon coming up from the side of Luna. And for Night Howlers, nothing is really close except somewhat a Zen ultimate. A Winston ult is soon to come in for the side of Luna as well. He pops it, going for these healers in the backline. The objective starting to be captured by Atomic, who's alone with the D.Va and the healers, but the D.Va cleans up. Mav Warrior pops ultimate to get his ult back, to get his mech back. Smart move. Alec cleans up Mr. Kin. He's dead. He falls as well. Kirby comes up with an ultimate, as well as MGR. Three left for the side of Minton's starting to 1v6 and get some things done. However, his Mercy is soon to be focused. Sound barrier dropped from the side of Luna.
All systems checked out.
Alec fails a high noon because of the defense matrix from Mav.
I'm on fire!
Kinshasa goes back up top with this die. Kirby gets 2 off of the high noon, and there's a waiting for die, but I don't know if this team will reach point. They will not. Atomic will get close, but not quite make it. If I were Night Howlers, I'd bring back that Pharah. And the switch is made almost immediately. As for Luna, I'd maybe think about running a double hit scan here. However, that Reaper was pretty effective against the tanks that were starting to wipe this backline.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Luna's gonna push this point fast. Push around the outside. They've seen this team going over, and they noticed that this team has a Pharah. Kirby has kind of dropped back to help kind of deal with it. Omni and Alec drop instantly on this point. Kinshasa cleans up the Winston as well. MGR grabs the only res of a player that falls, and it's just a Pharah left against... Pharah and a Baby Diva left against 6. Hey, Kay. I is commentating / watching the scrim on and off.
Sorry. I
Hello.
was taking out my earrings and getting out of my work shirt because I'd work.
Yep. I'm watching the scrim / commentating it occasionally.
Oh, that's nice. Well,
Yeah, Luna took King's Row and then Hanamura both. King's Row was close, Hanamura was not close in favor of Luna. Li Zhang is 1-1 right now with the 99, basically 99-0 caps from both sides on their respective points, and then this game is currently going 58-0 Luna.
Who's on the Howlers at the moment?
With they actually have their full normal lineup here right now, so it's Omnian appearing on heals, Alec and Kate on DPS, and Atomic and Minton on tank.
I see.
Night Howlers did just get a cap, though, at 78% from Luna. They invested a lot of ultimates into it, though. They only have 2 left, which is a Mercy and a Reaper from Alec. He's teleporting up top and is seen. Ooh. Mav picks off the Mercy early. This fight should be over.
No. Good on Mav, but
Alec uses the die and gets a triple. Night Howlers holds. That's rare. When a Mercy's your first pick, you don't usually hold. But they did it there with some clutch plays from Alec. Pulling in 5 kills during that fight.
Damn. Good on him.
There's 3 ultimates currently up from the side of Luna and getting close to a Diva Bomb from Mav as well. It's dropped. Kinshasa's on high ground, preparing to use a die.
Who's on Luna?
Usual. Mav, Nessa, Kirby, Kin, MGR, One Piece. Or no, One Piece is new because
One Piece is new.
yeah, what's his face? Truthfully left Luna.
Oh, I did see that today. I don't know what even happened. He just said, thanks for everything, guys. Bye. And then
Yeah,
he was
he's
gone.
going to either join something. I forgot the name of one of them. The other one was Saints. He was thinking about going to Saints.
Saints. Hey.
Go. I'll be watching over you.
Night Howlers might take this map though. It is their best map, but they might take this map.
Whoa.
Valk comes in. That Pharaoh drops early, however One Piece is killed, then is rezzed.
Whoa.
Appearing kills Kinshasa, he's also rezzed. They're starting to pull these kills in. Alec is in Wraith form. Diva Bomb comes in and gets MGR
Oh no.
from Minton. However, they do holding the point. There's 3 on point versus a baby Diva and Minton. 4 on point. This should be a hold. But they're gonna rush back quickly before respawns come in to try and get this out of the way. Pushing on high ground, Pharmacy up in the air. There's one more map after this,
I'm
is
gonna
Junkertown.
go-
You should spectate this.
Maybe in a bit. I'm gonna go give some soup to my sister because she's
Alright.
sick at the moment.
That's probably
I'll
a good
be
idea.
Right back. I'll be right back.
Xenalt coming in from appearing, left him vulnerable afterwards though to One Piece, who gets booped off of the map by Atomic. Curry dies during his high noon as this team captures 1-1 as Alec dies on point.
Play of the game.
Alec 1025 is the play of the game.
Triple kill. Quadruple kill.
Last match will be on Junkertown. The only reason Luna lost that game is they did not counter the Pharaoh well enough on the first map and Reaper well enough on the second. Night Howlers won the game. They beat Luna.
Like
But-
that entire
No, just
game
the game.
of
Just the game.
Lijiang?
So it's 2-1. So they won Lijiang, which was their map. And,
Mhm.
yeah. So they're going in Junkertown as the last one, which means Alec is probably going to pull out a Bastion. Watch out for that. This is my first time spectating a scrim as not on the team, though. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Like I said, no need to be too upset about it.
Yeah, Mav already said,
Especially-
he was like, yo, I might be remaking Black Panthers, and we might need an off-tank care to join. I was like, why not, or whatever, when it happens. You should join that and be my mercy
do
man.
that. He's too stressed out as it is with just the regular teams.
Yeah.
And besides, you have Destiny 2 to focus on. That's high stress, high reward, and it's a lot.
Yep, I have a lot
You
of
seem
things
to
to
enjoy
focus
it
on.
more than Overwatch.
I mean, I put in
You
about
probably
equal time into
enjoy.
both, but
Uh, equal time into both.
yeah, Kate said she might be joining party to talk about stuff with that after this, so or with me getting
Okay.
kicked off, so I won't ask you to leave, but if you want to, then you'll know when and I won't stop you.
I don't have to leave. And
You
I
don't,
mean,
I won't stop you from leaving, I won't stop you from staying.
but I don't know. Kate doesn't particularly like me greatly.
It's up to you.
Well, it's probably up to Kate, to be honest.
She's the one who kicked me off of team. Technically, it's up to me.
True, 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 true.
But yeah.
I just know that if I spectate,
What will
I,
happen if
I,
you spectate?
I just, it's not important.
Is Jay gonna freak out on you or something?
No, of course not. No.
Seriously though, if I end up joining Black Panthers, you should join and be my mercy man.
I wish I could, but my work schedule is just so inconsistent that I really can't be like a permanent team member because I just can't show up to all the practices or
Yeah.
tournaments or things unless I'm told like 2 to 3 weeks before it's supposed to happen so that I can take that particular day off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where do you work, by the
just-
way?
I work at a paint it yourself ceramic shop. So you come in and you pick out a bisque piece off the shelf, you paint it, and then we fire and glaze it.
Well, that's cool.
We have some neat stuff from time to time. And it's really good if you want to give somebody like a personalized gift.
Yeah, one of my dad's friends from work does pottery as like her hobby, I guess. And she just built a kiln in her backyard.
Ooh,
So she's got her own little
That's-
studio now.
that's real neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever do that.
Everybody needs a hobby.
True. My hobby will just be reading. I will just read, and that is all I will do.
I read books a lot as well.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that at one point or another.
Maybe.
Because generally I get very, very sidetracked when anybody mentions books, and I'll go off on very long tangents about this
Yeah.
book or that book.
Also, if you haven't read it already, Red Rising, great series.
Ooh.
Really, really good series. There's the fourth book that there's not been a book that come out for it for like 2 years, and the fourth one's coming out tomorrow, and I'm excited.
I'll have to write that down so that
And
I
the
can...
Mistborn trilogy. That's like one of the best book series I've ever read.
Mistborn?
Mistborn trilogy. It's by Brandon Sanderson.
Mistborn! Yes, I've been wanting to read that. I love Brandon Sanderson.
It's so good. The Mistborn trilogy is very good, and the 3 books in the Post series is very good as well.
Cool. What was the other one? Red
Rising. That one's not by Brandon Sanderson, but it's very good as well.
Alright. But yeah, Brandon Sanderson, I like his Reckoners series, which is like Steelheart, Firefight, and Calamity.
Yeah, I have
It's
Steelheart,
another
and I
trilogy.
have it. Like, I have the book in hard copy, and I haven't wanted to read it.
I got the 3rd copy, Calamity. I got a signed copy from Barnes & Noble. I bought it.
Nice of
Because I
you.
was like, I want the signed copy. Yes.
Yosh. Enemy turret destroyed.
You know, I'm just... Oh. Bastion v. Bastion.
Yeah, they haven't started the game yet.
I haven't started the game.
They haven't started Junkertown yet. Alex saying if they win, they want to go game 5 on Temple after Junkertown.
Oh my god.
If they win.
If they win. Yeah, I was reading the chat.
Yerp.
Oh. I am no Hanzo.
It'll be a
Oh, nice.
tiebreaker. He's already anticipating they'll pull out this dub.
Alec, you shouldn't be that way. Oh yeah, I don't care what map, sure.
Yeah.
Why does Kirby now suddenly seem like he's Scottish or something?
Oh yeah. no,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like he's like become Bob Marley. Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, don't care what map we go next, you know?
Don't worry
Just anything.
about a thing. Cause every
Kirby,
little
you
thing
live?
is gonna be alright. AC Kirby, you live? Question mark.
The question.
Oh my god, the spelling. The spelling. Temple of
Yes.
Anubis.
It
Ooh,
is my
actually,
favorite
on attack,
thing.
Shas has actually been practicing a Genji with me, and he pulled out a Genji.
Oh, Kinsasha.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. He pulled it out earlier and had like a nice triple Dragon Blade to end a round. Nessa picked Widow.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they're running Rhine. So Luna, instead of Luna, has One Piece on Rhine, Mav on Diva, MGR on Mercy, Nessa on Widow, Kirby on McCree, and Kin on Bastion.
Not
On
surprising.
defense, we have Omni on Mercy, solo healing. Or no, never mind. Appearing has switched off of Widow and on to Zenyatta, which I would expect. But 30 seconds to get the point. Alec is on Junkrat. Minton is on the Roadhog with Atomic on Orisa. And Kate is on Pharah, as usual.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Group up with me. 16-bit hero.
Kate is really difficult to pharmacy with as a Mercy.
Form up.
She doesn't take directions.
No, she
Well,
flanks.
sometimes.
She flanks.
Mm,
And it's weird. But yeah.
sometimes- I mean, sometimes it works, but it's just... I don't
Minton
know.
gets the quick kill onto One Piece as Nessa is still on Widow for the start of this game. And getting pressured by Kate.
Get the payload moving.
There's a Bastion sitting in spawn, kind of just melting at this shield, but they're not being able to get out of spawn. This Orisa Roadhog is holding just to the right side of this front door, and like right on it. For Night Howlers. Right next to the spawn door, and it's working.
Oh. They must be... Nessa probably needs to switch off Widow then.
We'll see what they
If they're
do.
being held at, if they're being held at spawn, then
They're
she's gonna have to-
we tried this strat the other day, and it didn't work for me because I accidentally picked the wrong hero. I picked Zarya, not thinking Atomic was going Ryan, then he picked Orisa. And I was like, kind of screwed on that, but that was my B.
But it worked this time for a little bit. They stalled at spawn for about a minute and 15 seconds holding.
I'm on fire.
Alec blows up Kirby with the Riptire, as Kate's kind of floating around on this payload. They're still only about a quarter way through first point with the payload, and there's 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Nessa's on Zen instead of Widow now.
That should help them push out of spawn.
They're out of spawn. They're under the bridge, or the second bridge. About to come past the Mega Health Pack room. The payload on Junkertown. First point. They're outside of the building section and into the open now. And Atomic and Minton are camping behind the shield on payload, and they kind of got this here. Alec gets picked and then rezzed, as well as one piece and another dropping for Luna. This fight's kind of over. Kin is switched onto the Genji and off of the Bastion. Minton picks Nessa off the beginning of the fight. This push is going to take a bit to start. The pharmacy is on a flank. Kin started to go in on this Genji. Minton drops at the beginning of the fight, as well as 2 from Night Howlers. One Piece pulls out a Shatter, and the rest of his team drops behind him. Mav gets rezzed though. The 2 healers are still up on point. Mav cleans up. There's a Roadhog and a Pharah. Kin kills the Pharah from behind, who is flanking. Minton is down as well. This should be a point capture for the Luna Pumas. Although, no, Night Howlers is somewhat regrouped with the Mercy on high ground and Alec pushing in off of the beginning. He initiated alone, left their Mercy open. She gets picked while trying to res, although Alec does come back up. Him and Appearing both get killed while alone. And Atomic does not disengage and gets farmed for his health for ultimates. This might be a hugely ult-used fight coming up in the next couple of fights with Kinshasa, Baby Nessa. Why did I call her Baby Nessa? Anyway. And Mav all having ultimates for Luna. And Atomic, Alec, and Appearing, as well as Kate, who's currently dead, / Fiery, all having ultimates for the side of Night Howlers. Alec picks MGR with his tire off of the back flanking Riptire. Nessa gets hooked as well. Both supports are down. This fight should be over. Kinshasa's still in, trying to get out. He's out. Alright. Luna's disengaged and regrouping. This team is Night Howlers is spread and overextended off of point, with Minton alone on the high ground and everyone else down by the payload. Minton will go down from the Diva Bomb. And the Mercy will go down as well, with Orisa being left to be focused. That's 3 picks off of or 3 kills off the beginning of this fight. And Luna will push the payload. Alec was left at the end to get kind of wiped. Luna has 5 ultimates up, and there are 4 up on the side of Night Howlers, with 1 coming up for Omni and 2%, and 1 coming up for Alec and 25 on the Junkrat. Minton is left outside and overextended again. Mav will kind of get some ultimate charge off of him. He will finally back out. Payload's being pushed into third point. Both teams are kind of grouped up off of the start. Mr. Kin uses ult and picks up 2, even with the Transcendence coming out. Kate picks up 2 on the opposite side as well, with the rest of their team getting cleaned up afterwards.
My ultimate is ready. My ultimate is ready. New objective. Get the payload moving.
Moving to payload.
Luna Pumas wipes without the need of many ultimates, and Kirby has a high noon up as well as both support up, ults up, and a shatter for the side of Luna Pumas. There's a Junkrat tire up as well as a supercharger and a Mercy ult for the side of Night Howlers coming into this fight on the second corner, third point. Junkrat ult, solo ults the solo ults the Reinhardt. MGR gets hooked out of his res, ults and gets the res anyway, instead of getting killed. Kinshasa comes in with the blade, cleaning up the Mercy and almost the Roadhog. Almost the Roadhog. He's getting cleaned up by the rest of his team, but no one is on this payload. As time is ticking and the payload is not moving, even though picks are grabbed. This gave people some time to get back on point, as Kate runs right into the payload and instantly dies to the Reinhardt.
Oh no.
4 kills for the side of Night Howler or Luna Pumas, as it is appearing is left in the middle of a Transcendence with a Genji and is somehow surviving. Minton is killed during his ultimate. Kirby ults from up top, picks Fiery off of the high noon. Rest of the DPS cleans up kills. Cap with 12 seconds left for Luna. On this attack phase for the... I have to get back there, crap. I hate this. Flying through walls and things, yay!
Woo.
Okay. Alec is looking like he's gonna pick a Widowmaker for this front side, which is something that I really like watching Alec play, especially because I played with him as it was evolving to where it is now, and he doesn't play very often. On this defense, it looks like we're going to have Mav on a Zarya with one piece on Reinhardt, MGR and Nessa on Mercy and Moira respectively, and Kin and Kirby on that Genji McCree again. On the offense side of things, we have Alec on a Widowmaker, Minton on the Bastion, Kate on Roadhog with Atomic on Orisa, Omni on Anna, and appearing on Moira. No Mercy for the side of Night Howlers. So if a pit goes down, it stays dead. There is no way... Oh, Omni switches to Mercy for the damage boost and the reses. Alec putting quick beginner damage in on this shield. It's about to drop from the Bastion, putting pressure on it. As Mav drops down, he's shielded, but he's not going to get anywhere. There's 2 kills already going for the side of Night Howlers as they're pushing this payload. Mav is left in the open to this Bastion, will probably get gunned down. Kirby rezzed in the open, will probably get dropped as well. He's instantly hooked and headshotted by Kirby. Kinshasa is pressuring this Bastion on the Genji, but not making any progress with it. Bastion is killed by the Reinhardt, as Atomic is left alone on point as the rest of the team pushes forward. Kate is pushed back to her own spawn along with the Mercy. Luna takes the fight. Alec gets the nice Widow headshot onto the Reinhardt, however he is rezzed. There's a Grav combo with a Blade currently up for on the side of Night Howlers, and no defensive ultimate to stop it for the side of... for Luna, no defensive ultimate to stop it on the side of Night Howlers. However, Mr. Kinshasa goes down from a Roadhog hook. Bastion is charged. The Mercy is shattered by a one piece. Atomic is getting pressured by the Reinhardt and has no other way to deal with it. Nessa pops ultimate with one person alive in the fight. Questioning that decision, but I guess it works. A Moira ult with only their tank alive. And your entire team. Whatever. She's already 20% to another one. Mav is out front looking for a grab for this blade combo. He should have dropped it there. Only pulls in 2 when he could have had 5, but it works. 2 will drop to this combo. Mav Warrior gets rezzed. Kinshasa looks for more. Minton gets the pick onto MGR. Kinshasa trades with Minton and Omni gets 2 rezzes. This is still a fight. Kate is weak, has to back out on the tank side of things. One piece is still up in the middle. They all get pulled together by Orisa, but it's just adding more fuel to the fire. There's a high noon up for the side of Luna. And Kate pushed One Piece over the building as they start to push out again. One Piece has a shatter. Shatters the 2 supports. That's a huge shatter. Charges and kills both. Fiery goes down as well. Atomic is alone to be killed by this Zarya, as he's too far in. One Piece is still holding as there is a soldier and a Widow on this left side. The team is regrouped. There's a damage boosted Widow on high ground. For the side of Night Howlers, Mav Warrior's way up in front of his shield and probably easily left open.
No one can hide.
One Piece grabbing quick ultimate charge off of this as Minton is weak with his tactical visor. He is killed by Mav with a long range L2, although Mav is alone with no shield at the moment. Reinhardt comes back to help support this. Kinshasa gets rezzed on the high ground, so the entire team is back in this fight. Kirby goes down to the Widow, although the Widow gets hit by a Reinhardt charge somehow. Reinhardt Shatter gets no one, grab combo comes out with no defensive ult. This fight's over. Commentating. It's a 5v2 on point with Alec and Minton being the only ones left. Kirby high noons for good measure. This fight's over. And that is game 3. Luna Pumas wins.
Play of the game.
I have that skin, by the way, with gold, and it looks really nice.
Which skin?
The Seal Genji.
Soul Genji?
Soul Genji.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I say Seal for some reason. It's weird.
That's because it's just the way you can read it, I guess. Because, I don't know, it's like one of those words that you read it one way and then you never quite know how to pronounce it until somebody says it aloud and you're like, what the fuck? Kirby's already GG.
GG. That should have been game. That was game 3 of the set. Let's see if they decide to switch to Anubis and play it anyways. They might. I'm not sure. I've gotten 0 viewers this entire time. It's pretty great.
Hey, somebody will watch it later, probably.
Hopefully. Nobody really knows my YouTube, though. I cannot tell if Luna Pumas will take another game against the Howlers on Anubis or not. Oh nope, Kirby has left the... Oh, is that Mav? Mav left the game.
either his console crashed. No, the Luna Pumas are leaving. This game is over. And almost the entirety of Night Howlers left as well. GG's on the good scrim.